What a weekend this past weekend has been. I got three, yes, I repeat, three manga licenses. Y'all, there is going to be some excitement that is real and hopefully tangible in this video today. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. Man, this past weekend, I already said it, but it delivered when it came to those manga licenses. No, to address the elephant or not the elephant in the room, that there really wasn't that many shoujo specifically from Viz, but I really felt this was some of the best licenses we've seen from Viz in a while. Outside of shoujo, though, the one we got was a huge win for me. I couldn't believe like 3 license wins. I felt I was on cloud 9 on Friday, Saturday, like man, it just wouldn't stop, and I'm thankful. I'm like, this is such a wonderful time to be alive. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Starting with the first thing, you guys know anytime there's a new Magical Girl Dandelion chapter, we've got to talk about it. Oh my goodness, the range of emotions I felt when reading this latest chapter was phenomenal. I went from laughing to crying to gasping to the typical range of emotions I honestly feel like with so many of these chapters, but this one hit so incredibly hard, and our magical girl is just fighting so hard on so many different levels, and I just admire her so much, man. The pain just really, it felt so real, and I'm like, the baddie that we had, one of the new baddies, I'm like, you just dropped in baddie cool points, man. I am not happy about what this baddie is doing, period, and I'm just like, please, I need you to get off the page, off the screen, and go elsewhere, buddy, because no, I don't care how cool you look, just no. But you know what's even better than getting just a single chapter of Magical Girl Dandelion? You might have already seen it, you might have already guessed. Magical Girl Dandelion physically in print in English. Yes, I said it, friends. This past Friday, Viz and Shoujo Beat, they delivered. They gave us Magical Girl Dandelion in print, coming in English. I can't get over it, y'all. Like, I was so excited. I was really upset that people are like, oh, this is so predictable. Yo, I don't care if it's predictable. What I care about is that Viz Media delivered. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a time. This is a license. We celebrate, man, especially, at least for us fans, or at least for myself. I am celebrating. This is a win. And I couldn't believe we got it, y'all. I couldn't believe we got it. As soon as that pre-order is available, as soon as it's open, y'all, I'm getting it. I'm locking in. I've loved this manga so much. I read it. It's the only manga that I'm reading digitally, like when new chapters come out, and I just cannot wait to have them represented on my shelf. I know we only got one shoujo manga, but man, it was enough to carry me until the next license announcement from Viz. It was such a cool and exciting win. I never imagined Viz would give this manga to us physically so quickly after it released. I mean, what, volume 1 came out in Japan, what, February, March? I mean, it hasn't been out 6+ months when we talk about the physical in Japan, and it is surreal to know that no, we're going to be getting it. Granted, it'll be next year, but still, that was such a win, friends. That was such a win. I'm so very excited, and I can't wait to hold it in my hands, and definitely stay tuned for Friday, because Magical Girl Dandelion did win in my shoujo event, and I'll be doing a review of volume 1 this upcoming Friday, as well as 2 other manga, and I am so incredibly stoked. And if that wasn't enough, y'all, if that wasn't enough for Viz to say, hey, we're giving you Magical Girl Dandelion, Laura, they said, you know what, we feel like you need more in your life, and they licensed the latest Twisted Wonderland manga, the Book of Scarabia, and I was about to start screaming in my house from excitement. I can't believe they're giving this to us! Like, Viz is being so surprising in this sense. Both of these manga have one physical volume in Japan. And typically in the past, I feel like when we got licenses, that manga better be completed because Viz ain't gonna touch it otherwise. Man, times have changed since then, and I'm so excited. This adapts the game of Jamil and Kalam, which is really good. It's not my favorite. Jamil and I went on an up and down roller coaster, honestly. I really did love that book though, because it's based off the story of Aladdin with Jafar and everything. So good. But the thing is, one reason that I'm excited for this is obviously that Twisted Wonderland, but the other reason is that the female Yu, the main character, I love her. She is a Gairu. Everything I've seen of her has been absolutely phenomenal, and I'm like, this girl girl is gonna steal my heart. I actually printed out fan art of her after the volume came out in Japan because I just couldn't get enough of her. I couldn't get enough of how cool, awesome, and exciting she was. So I'm really, I am hyped that we are getting more Twist of Wonderland manga. And it wasn't just that. Wasn't just that. We also got the light novel of the Book of Savannah Claw. And I'm like, dude, 2 Twist of Wonderland announcements in one day? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Now, granted, I will be honest, I didn't like the first novel based off of Riddle and the Gang. I actually gave my copy to a friend of mine because, I don't know, it had a different tone and vibe. I definitely don't think it was bad, and I love looking at all the art that was in it. That was awesome. So I'm on the fence if I'm gonna get the Book of Savannah Claw novel, but heck yeah, I am excited, man. Like, that was just the coolest thing. Like, those were my 3 biggest wins that came out of the event or out of the license announcement, and I just felt so fad and so cared for and so looked at. Like, thank you, Miss Senpai. Like, that was absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna say to top it off since I just said that these 3 are my biggest wins, but if it wasn't like enough to have these, they also licensed Ichi the Witch physically in English. I was like, yes! This was actually one of my first reads of this year. I buddy read it with my husband because I'm like, look, I think you really would love Ichi the Witch. He did. We have been waiting. So honestly, y'all, it was a matter of time. I think we all do this, like with the popularity of Ichi the Witch, which is by the same writer creator as Irumakun at Demon School. I think is the name of that one. It's Irumakun. And then the artist of Act Age, which I don't know anything about, but I know that's the artist. With the popularity of these 2 creators or these 2 artists, however you want to say that, them bringing Ichi the Witch, like, y'all, it was just such a win on Friday. And I was just so happy, y'all. I'm still so happy. I am still so happy. I have been waiting to film this video because I really feel this just knocked it out the ballpark, man. I'm so happy. I can't wait to get all of these. And listen, y'all. Okay, so I was on cloud 9 on Friday. I was supposed to be working and doing things. I did nothing because I was just like, I can't believe we got this. I danced in my living room. I danced in my computer chair. Like, I was having the time of my life. And then Saturday morning, I go online and I see a tweet from, or a tag from my friend Jess on my Discord server saying, look at what Tokyo Pop licensed. Do you know what they licensed physically in English? In So Deep It's Love already. Then Saturday morning, I could not focus, period, because y'all, I can't believe we got this physically in English. Like, I have been reading this on K-Manga. I have deeply loved so much of it. It has been phenomenal. It's funny. It is a really great time. It is, I just realized I didn't say anything about the previous Viz announcements, and I do apologize. I guess I feel like they're so widespread. Well, Twist of Wonderland, no. That one I felt I shouldn't say anything about it because I feel like it'd be spoilers for things that happen later on. At least concerning this Garabia manga, I do feel like there would be spoilers, so just say not too. Magical Girl Dandelion. I talk about every manga news video whenever there's a new chapter, so I just sort of felt like, well, I guess if you're new here, I do apologize, friends. It's so good. Please go read it. Pause this video. Go check it out. It is free to read on Viz Media, the app. Like, you can at least read the first 3 chapters for free. So I always talk about that one, but this one is just so fun. It's about a young woman in high school. I think it was at the end of middle school that she confesses her feelings to this guy. She gets turned down. They say no, they don't want to go out with her or anything. And she decides to sort of like, well, I'm just not going to like human guys, I guess you would say, for lack of a better word, because she didn't like feeling heartbroken. She's like, oh, if I like these virtual 2D guys, I can't get my heart broken. So she becomes like this ultimate fangirl until she meets her new classmate, who is a guy, I forget his name right now, but he comes into her class and he sounds super mean. He's being really rude to just the girls in his class. But to her dismay, to her surprise, she happens to come across him. She sees, because he wears the face mask all the time, and she sees him without it, and he gets super blushy when he talked to her. And her heart was like, you know what? We're gonna become his fangirl. And so it's this unfolding, this blooming romance between this fangirl and this super, I don't think he's Tundra, but this super blushy young guy. And it was so much fun, so cute. This was such a win for me, and I am just thrilled and over the moon, like, to get this from Tokyo Pop. Like, shout out to them. They had 5 other licenses that dropped. No, they didn't share about on their official profile, social media. Shout out to Belmars, because she was the one who went out and searched for them and then shared it with the world. And I'm so thankful that she did, because that's usually how I find out. I don't know if they're going to announce season AX, but that would be really cool if they did. And if they do, we'll be talking about this news again. So 3 license wins that I was able to check off my wish list license bingo board, or I guess license wish list. It's not really a bingo bingo board, but man, I think when I counted this morning, I have had 9 license wins, and that is just surreal to me. Like 2025, I know things have really slowed down, especially with shoujo licenses, but I do feel like when we're getting some of these licenses from different publishers, they are cooking, man. They are cooking, and I really hope that just the later part of this year that we continue to get, or that we get more shoujo manga licenses, because man, I want more, and I'm happy what we're getting, and it's just gonna be awesome. Now, out of everything I shared, or even maybe what you saw personally for the different licenses that came out of this weekend, and you're like, man, Laura, I got nothing. First off, I'm so sorry, friend, because that is, I feel like it's a little bit bittersweet, where it's like, oh, my wallet's safe, but at the same time, it's like, man, my wallet's safe, and you really want that win. Like, I totally get that. So if you didn't see anything for you, friends, 7 Seas, they just announced their reader survey. You can go in there, let them know what you would love to see licensed in English, whether that's webtoons, manga, graphic novel. For me this time, I did the vampire manga, despite that K-manga hasn't. I did put it on here. For webcomics or for like manhwa, I did How to Win My Husband Over, because how do we not have this physically licensed in English? I do not understand. Like, I genuinely am lost. I'm baffled. I don't get it. I also asked for the Dragon King's Bride because I've really been missing this. I feel like there was something else, but I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. So yeah, go let them know, and hopefully, friend, if you didn't get a win this weekend, I truly hope that upcoming soon this year that you will definitely get one. Now, one other thing that I want to mention about manga before we go into the cover reveals, because I allowed myself to do lesser news because I knew I was going to yap in excitement, is I was really excited to see that Comic-Key, that they have been releasing some of their titles on their website, that they've been doing digital ebooks, and I thought that's been really cool. But the thing was, is I saw this manga and I was like, oh my goodness, I remember reading this on there and stopping because I ran out of, was it keys? I think is like their currency on their website. And that is disguised as a butler, the former princess evades the prince's love. I remember this being a lot of fun. Is gender bender the right word? No. I know that the female lead, though, that she disguises or hides her identity as a girl, and she dresses as a boy because she's at this all-boys dorm or all-boys school, and she is the butler to the head prince. And the head prince acts not rude, but he seems really grumpy. He doesn't seem to like women, and that's a problem because he has been told by his father, the king, he has to get married. He has to find a future bride. But they keep looking through all these candidates, and he is just not feeling it. Like, that's not what he wants. And I'm unsure of what to say here, but let's just say that our female butler may be more like higher in demand than she actually realizes, because some of what I read pretty far, I think, of this one, maybe all of volume 1, but I don't know why I stopped. Well, I said I ran out of keys, but where I stopped was like the worst spot to stop at, because of course things are coming out, because you can only hide your identity for so long. Oh, it was so good. It was really funny. I remember really liking the male lead, because even though he is sort of, I wouldn't say mean, but he can be a little bit frosty, I still really liked him, and I liked all of the guy characters. There was plenty of shenanigans that unfolded, and so I'm really excited to see again that this is getting a digital release, because I actually might pick this up, especially if I can get it on a sale, just to see what happens, because it's been well over a year since I read this, because I used my old reading journal, I know that, and to still have vivid memories of that, I'm like, that speaks a lot to me that I actually like this more than I realized originally. And one other manga related news thing before we talk about some cover reveals, if you're going to Otakon this year or interested in going to Otakon, I forget where it's at, I know it's on the East Coast, even though I'm on the East Coast, it's too far away for me to actually go. I was very excited to see that somebody shared in my Discord that the creator of Pass the Monster Meet Milady, as well as the female VA that's going to be doing the heroine, they are going to Otakon. And I was like, what? They're going to Otakon because what? Last year, the year before, we got the creator and the artist of Seven Time Loop that win. So I wanted to make sure that I shared about this now. I don't remember when Otakon is, if it happens in the summer, if it happens in the fall. But if you want to go meet the creator of Pass the Monster Meet Milady, which I unfortunately do not have anymore, but I really loved the volumes that I read. Need to read ahead on K-manga, but man, why is it so hard to get digital points on there just doing the little treasure chest? Like, I wish there was more ways to get free points so that I could read so much more that they offer on their digital online catalog, because I'm like, man, it's a really fun series about a young woman who likes eating monster meat, which is very taboo in her country where she lives. She has tried to sort of hide it, but she gets excited when she sees monsters. She gets excited about the idea of eating monster meat, and she sort of thought she was alone in that until, what is he, the Blood Mad Duke, that he comes on the scene, he slays this monster, and her heart is captivated, and she's like, hey, can I have this monster and make some monster meat? And he is like shocked because everybody's afraid of him because the Blood Mad Duke Duke. I mean, that's a pretty big nickname there, you know what I'm saying? It's everybody's afraid of him and thinks he's sort of weird, but she makes this and they sort of bond, not sort of, they bond over this new love of monster meat for the Duke and this old love for our female lead. They have a romance that blooms out of this, and it is so cute. It is so fun. I really love the sweetness and the food that happens, it takes place, and how people try this monster meat and they get hooked on it and they're like, can we please have some more? If you would like to go meet either the VA or the creator, definitely check out, see if you can go to Otakon. Like, I think that is the coolest thing. But you know what's also cool? How there were several cover reveals today, especially by Tokyo Pop, that were so incredibly awesome that made my heart excited, because for the first one, this was actually a win for me earlier this year, and that is reincarnated in a mafia dating sim. I love this cover. I love the blue, though I will mention for some reason we still haven't gotten volume 1, but I love this blue. I love the font, or like the text. I love all of it. It looks so good, and oh my gosh, I just can't wait to read this. Like, this was definitely one I was hoping with the popularity of stuff at the time loop, I'm like, surely we will get it, and we did, so thank you, Tokyo Pop. Like, I'm so excited, and I love how thick and chunky this looks. Like, yes, I'm here for it. Cannot wait to read it, and I'm really excited to see that the first volume comes out in August, and they mentioned volume 2 is going to be following in September. That feels like such a short time, like turnaround, and I am thriving and happy about that, because I have a feeling if I love volume 1, which I feel pretty confident I will, I am definitely going to be wanting volume 2 ASAP. This next cover is gorgeous, and that is volume 4 of The Person I Love Asked Me to Die in My Sister's Steed. Beautiful. I love the butterflies. I love the pink. I love the blue. Like, everything about this cover is stunning. Very, very happy with how it looks. I'm a little bit hesitant to get volume 4. I might wait for reviews. I did mention in a previous reading wrap up that the ending of volume 3 was really upsetting for me personally, and I'm like, please let there be good things and happiness in store for these characters in this volume, especially because it was just so beautiful. Like, the cover, I mean, is so beautiful, and the characters are really beautiful, and these two are just two very lonely people that really, they need happiness. They need happiness, and I hope that this volume is a turning point to see that happiness hopefully unfold. How that will look like, I really don't know, because of how hard the ending of volume 3 was, but I just, please, please, please. But the cover is absolutely very, very beautiful. And for our last one, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I am actually going to leave this as a separate timestamp. It is a cover reveal, but if you're not into Haikyu, or you prefer not to see spoilers that happen near the end, I don't know how to say that, because if I tell you what it is, it'd be a spoiler. So if you don't want to see anything related to the Haikyu magazine, because yes, we got the cover reveal. It is awesome. It is epic. Had to share it with you because I just was like, oh my goodness, Sensei, he blesses us so much, and I'm just so very thankful. So if you don't want to see the Haikyu cover reveal again of the Haikyu magazine, go ahead, go to the next timestamp where I'll have just one calendar to share with you. But man, here we go. 1, 2, 3, look at it! Look at this magazine cover. They say that Bokuto, Oikawa, and Ushijima, they're 30 years old. There's gonna be interviews with them, and my friend pointed out that Bokuto has a goatee, and I'm like, I did not realize this in my initial excitement and fangirling of seeing this, and I really feel that Bokuto has a goatee because somebody he saw said it was cool, or they looked cool, and he's like, you know what? I want that too, and that is how he got a goatee. They look all so good. I'm really happy to know that they're in their 30s, and here they are out here having the time of their life playing volleyball. Yes, we love, love, love to see it. I cannot wait to get this. I actually have the first one on display at the very top of my bookcase. I have to go find out where I can get this, because it also came out with a big fold-out poster, and I'm like, please, maybe we'll have a second one and I'll have another character to put up on my wall. I love it so much. I love that we're getting this new content that is keeping Haikyu alive. Like, that is one of the best things, honestly, about this series, about this general fandom, is that Sensei is like, hey, he mentioned somewhere at some point that he wanted readers to feel like we are in their world, not that they're in our world. And there's so many times exactly like this, where I do feel like we are just side characters in the protagonist's world. And it is the coolest, coolest feeling. I have experienced nothing like this in any other fandom that I've been part of. And I'm just so happy that we're getting new content. And thankfully there are people who are really kind that know Japanese and translate for us non-Japanese readers, because I need to know what has been said. I need to know what has been said. And the very last thing that I have for you is a free mobile calendar. And since Hinata's birthday is this month, I had to share the one that I found celebrating Hinata and just having all these cute little chibi forms of him, because he just looks so cute, and he's one of my all-time favorite. I mean, he is my all-time favorite character. I absolutely absolutely love him. And yeah, since his birthday is this month and it was the only free calendar that I happened to come across, and I was like, well, we're gonna go for it because I know there was a Nina the Starry Bride one, but I could not remember what the name of the Nina the Starry Bride account is, like not a fan account, but I think it's just a general Nina the Starry Bride account on X/Twitter. I'm like, I don't know what it is, so we're getting Hinata, and I'm so excited that his birthday is this month. So excited for all the things we talked about here. As you can see, lots of excitement, lots of being fun, and I'm really, really, really happy, excited for all the things that are coming. I have just felt so much that I'm like, I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so thankful to be in this time, in this moment, and that I could see all of these wonderful license announcements and just know that good things are coming. It's gonna be awesome, but I really hope, friend, that you got some wins. Let me know what wins you got, or maybe if you didn't, just kindly share and I will come send you a virtual hug, friend, because again, that's just really hard, but I truly hope some kind of news you were excited about. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!